Yo, what's up, everybody? My name's Slender.
And mine is Jack.
What's up, Jack? Today, we're going to show you guys how to get that pesky demon or ghost to show up on top of the ESG. Because it's pretty hard, huh, Jack?
Yes.
Like, what would you say is one of the hardest tools to use in Demonologist?
Probably the ESG.
Definitely the ESG. It's got my vote. So we did a bunch of testing, and we're going to show you how to get some results. So let's get
Ghost hunting.
and right into it. All right, folks. So today we're going to discuss the ESG. Now, the ESG is very similar to the Easel. Basically, what you want to do is you want to find the spot that's got all the ghost activity, or find the room where the ghost or entity is, and you want to set the ESG and the Easel both down at that location. The easiest way to do that is by using the EMF tool. Now, this is all considering you're on easy mode. As you go from easy to hard, things change a little bit, they get more difficult, and you're going to have to use more tools to find the ghost location. But if you're watching this video, chances are you are a newer player and you're having trouble getting the ghost to show up with your ESG. So I'm going to show you guys how I use the ESG, how I get the ghost to show up or appear on top of the ESG, and some tips and tricks that'll help you along the way. Now, if you haven't seen the Easel video, I suggest you check it out because finding that location is pretty much the same, and you're just going to want to set up shop there, wherever the EMF is giving you a pretty good reading or where there's activity, ghost activity. Now, there are some differences between the ESG and the Easel, and we're going to go over those. One of the biggest differences between the Easel and the ESG is the Easel you can just set down and walk away. You don't have to be there for it to happen. Just like the Easel, the ESG can happen right before your eyes, and it can happen when you're not looking at it. But to be able to use the ESG as evidence, you actually have to see it happen in real time. Unlike the Easel, it's not going to leave behind a painting that you can come back and say, oh, there it is, we're good, there's the painting. With the ESG, it's going to appear and then it's going to disappear, and you have no evidence that the ghost ever appeared. So I'm going to go around using my EMF and try to find a spot where there's some activity. If you find a room that's cold, you're going to want to put it there. If you find a room where there's fingerprints or there's doors opening and closing, oh, here we go. And right here, this is where we're going to set our Easel and the ESG. So we definitely have some activity here. Now, with both the ESG and the Easel, if you don't get a response, then what you're going to want to do is pick it up and move it in a slightly different location. It does seem to have to be kind of just right. So I'm going to wait here for a few minutes, and if I don't see anything, I'm going to move locations. And you want to do that with both the Easel and the ESG. Now, another difference between the Easel and the ESG is that with the ESG, there's two different words that you can use that will help you out. And one of those words is manifest, and another one is show yourself. Manifest. Show yourself. Oh, we got it. Yes. Both of these words go on a 30-second cooldown. So once you use it, you have to wait another 30 seconds for it to be effective again. And sometimes this will get your ghost to appear on top of the ESG. If you're close enough to the ESG when the ghost appears above it, sometimes you can hear a sound. Sometimes you won't hear anything. And the ghost only appears suspended for a couple of seconds and then it's gone, maybe a second and a half. So it's not going to stay there for a while. I mean, you could move your camera away and then move it back and you've just missed it. So you want to make sure you are constantly staring at the ESG. And it looks like we have a 4 in there, so we're going to go ahead and move it. Manifest. Show yourself. Now, if you're down to, let's say, you've ruled out ectoplasm, you've ruled out the spirit box response, you've ruled out the fingerprint, and all you have left is either the easel or the ESG, and you are not getting a response, you're not getting the ghost to react, then what you want to do as a last resort is go and get your tripod camera. You're going to keep your ESG in the location where you've got the most activity, either a high number on the EMF reading or just wherever the ghost is, reacting and responding and doing all kinds of stuff. That's where you want to set your ESG, and then you want to grab your tripod camera and you want to set it over in that location so that you can see the ESG. And then you're going to come over to your camera, because sometimes the ghost will not appear above that ESG and won't respond to it if you're there in the area. Kind of like sometimes the ghost won't respond to the spirit box if you're with somebody. Sometimes you have to be alone. Well, sometimes the ghost is just camera shy, and there we go, there's a 4. So I'm going to set this camera right here. And then I'm going to go watch it for a while. And this is also going to keep you out of harm's way. You're going to have better sanity, and you don't have to worry about the ghost hunting you. And just like that, we've got our ghost. And did you see how fast it was? How quickly he went away? That's all it takes. So he's getting something out of the chest as well. He's doing all kinds of stuff. So trust your EMF readings, trust where the activity is, set your ESG down. You can try those 2 keywords. It's worked for me a couple of times, and it could have been coincidence, but I did read it on a site, that had some guides on this game. They said manifest and show yourself are both words that actually work, but they're on a 30-second cooldown, like I mentioned before. But normally I don't have to do any of that. I just put the ESG down and wait there for a few minutes. And if I don't get anything and I know this is where the activity is happening, then I will go get my tripod. And from what I've heard, as you get to the harder difficulties, you're definitely going to have to use that tripod more often. So I hope this helps you guys. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, or you got something out of it, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Have a great day, everybody.